Welcome to EDC Ideas, and let's start with my opinion when it comes to SWIZA pocket knives. I got a lot of questions during the last months when it comes to the quality, the functionality and my thoughts when it comes to SWIZA pocket knives. I will start with the advantages, and in the second part I will come to the disadvantages. This SWIZA model was part of my EDC rotation during the last months, so I've tested this knife in the EDC outdoor and bushcraft world, and I think that's a good example that shows the pros and cons. First of all, I really like the fresh and unique design, and I love the ideas with these rubberized scales. The grip is excellent, especially in wet conditions, and the blade comes razor sharp right out of the box. And I think the locking mechanism is a great feature too. Not all Victorinox Swiss Army knives models comes with a locking mechanism. I prefer the locking mechanism for EDC and bushcraft knives. A next and very important point for me are the different designs of the scales. There are so many cool designs, and let's start with one of my favorites, the SWIZA Pin-up series. The color of the scales is really cool, and I love the pin-up design from Jill Elfgren. This early limited edition was truly a highlight in the SWIZA product line, and there are other models, for example, with orange or blue scales. The designs are very innovative, and in my opinion they are excellent for collectors too. You also find, for example, the Wildlife series with different animals, and definitely the line is one of my favorites. A really cool design with different animals on the scales. The second one is the SWIZA Moonwalk anniversary series. So many cool details and different models in this series. Another highlight is definitely the SWIZA Pop-up series. This is a comic design, excellent for collectors, and when we see the different Victorinox models, this is an exciting design with a lot of style, and the most Victorinox models can't bring these unique designs on the scales. And surely in the run-up to Christmas there were different Christmas versions, and this one is the black version. You find different designs on different models. And I also want to talk about the Halloween series. These are complete different designs with different motifs. I really like this series. You find, for example, a version with a skull and with other women on the scales. Really cool with a lot of style. And especially for EDC enthusiasts who want to individualize their gear, these designs are always a great choice. And it's also very interesting, you find models with a one-hand opening mechanism, for example this version, and you see another variation of the scales. This is laminated wood. So all in all, there are a lot of cool ideas in the SWIZA models, but I have to come to the disadvantages, and let's come back to my model of the EDC rotation. The first point I have to mention is that these scales and the complete shape of the scales is designed for an excellent and ergonomic grip. But compared to tools from Victorinox, the tools stand out in a very uncomfortable way, so you get immediately hot spots when you work with these tools. So this ergonomic grip isn't ergonomic. And the next point is I call the SWIZA knives look-through knives, because the fit isn't perfectly and there is too much space between the different layers, so you always collect a lot of dirt in there. And the next point I have to mention is it's a locking blade, but there is no 90-degree stop, and that would be a great safety feature, especially you find this safety feature on another tool. The tool with the safety feature is this combination tool with the wire bender, the bottle opener and the flathead screwdriver. You see it here, there is a clear 90-degree stop. but this stop would be better on the knife compared to the 90-degree stop on this combination tool. And there are a lot of reviews when it comes to the awl. In my opinion, the awl is a little bit too weak. It's not that bad as most people talk about it, but there is a lot of room for improvements when it comes to the functionality and the quality of the tools. And the next point is, this is a SWIZA pouch, and I carried this knife in this pouch during the last month. But the pouch doesn't hold the knife. The knife always slips out, and that's not perfect because normally the scales are extremely grippy, but the pouch is too wide to hold the knife secure. Let's come to the conclusion and my final thoughts when it comes to SWIZA knives. I am a SWIZA collector and I'm a fan when it comes to the SWIZA brand. I really like the cool designs and the fresh ideas when it comes to the multi-tool world. Victorinox should develop scales like this with a rubberized feeling. The grip is a lot better compared to the Victorinox knives. But when I have to answer the questions from the community, I have to say two things. The fit and finish when it comes to the Victorinox Swiss Army knives is on another and on a higher level compared to the SWIZA models. The tools of the SWIZA models are not that functional compared to the Victorinox Swiss Army knife tools, so there's a lot of room to improve, especially when it comes to the fit and finish and when it comes to the functionality. But when you buy a SWIZA knife, you don't have a bad knife. It's a solid EDC tool, and it's something different compared to Victorinox, the old Wenger models, or the models from Leatherman. For the future, I'm looking for more innovative ideas from SWIZA, and I'm looking for cool designs when it comes to the scales, for example, like this SWIZA Pin-up series. To be a competitor on the knife-based multi-tool market, SWIZA should improve the quality and the functionality, but the concept is great, the ideas are great too, and yes, I like this brand, but when it comes to EDC survival situations, I normally prefer the Victorinox tools. It would be amazing if you write your thoughts when it comes to SWIZA knives in the comment section below. I am looking forward to your comments and have a great run up to Christmas.